built on the fact that we have to survive these militaristic, these horde onslaughts of whatever. And if we can't do that, you know, I mean, let alone military, I mean, you just have just rogue bands of just people roaming the countryside. You know, I got to be able to defend myself. Who's going to defend? What can we do? You know, so when you add that level of passion, see, then you take away the commercialism, the sensationalism. Once again, you take the sizzle away from that steak, from that little bitty $50 piece of filet mignon that weighs about maybe 2 grams. You know, you take that sizzle away, and then you see what you got. You know, and that's what that brings to it. It brings that level because, again, when you fight someone and you're fighting and what you believe every time you fight, you're fighting for your life versus I'm fighting for a paycheck, you fight different. I'll guarantee it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because your life's on the line. You know, it's kind of like the story, you know what I'm saying, where you hear about the guy who's lost in the woods and his arm's stuck underneath a tree. Maybe I fell on his arm. Now he's got a choice. He can sit there and die. He's going to cut his arm off to keep his life. And he'll cut his arm off. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he wants to live. But under normal circumstance, you give him that knife, say, hey, cut your arm off. Say, what are you, crazy? But he did it to survive.
That's it. It's that survival. You add survival, you add love, and a certain level of pure fear. Those 3 things are very dangerous because you don't know how someone's going to react. I mean, growing up, you know, like I said, my dad boxed, and he told me, he's like, look, Travis, you're a bigger kid. You know, you're bigger than a lot of the kids your age. So I'll tell you this, never underestimate a little man. Because, see, he's fighting for his life, whether you think he is or not, because he thinks you're going to kill him. He thinks that if you make contact with him anywhere on his body, he will die. So he is going to do whatever it takes to keep you off of him. Anything.
Absolutely.
You know, so he's like, son, I know this sounds crazy. But he's, look, you need to end that fight with that little guy faster than you would somebody your own size. Because the guy your own size realized we may be here a while. You know, he's going to come to chop you down like you're going to come to chop him down. And he knows he can take it as good as he's going to get it. But that little guy, he's going to try to maim you, Travis. He's not going to try to hurt you. He's got to maim you to live and survive. So pick up that brick, that rock, if there's something there, bash him with it. Look, is it fair? This is the street. There is no fair in the street. Because, see,
Absolutely.
Travis, that little bitty guy that, you know, he's fighting you, Travis. Little did you know he had a razor blade in his mouth. That was real popular back in the day. For all of you listeners, again, under the age of 30, people used to walk around with razor blades in their mouths and very proficient in spitting them out and very proficient in cutting you with them in their mouths. So you seeing it in martial arts movies, yes, that was done in the hood. Yeah, I've seen it. And I've seen some women so good at it, they have 2 or 3 blades in their mouth. You're a done deal, buddy. So that's life.
You know, and I mean, and it is. And I think that's how, for me anyways, that's how the arts should be addressed. You know what I'm saying? It's life, it's self-defense, it's gaining knowledge, it's understanding the internal. It's a whole package. And you can't start leaving, it's like a puzzle. You can't start leaving pieces out. If you do, and the picture doesn't look so hot on the puzzle anymore because, well, you got part of the face-off over here and a part of the waterfall over here is gone. It's like, it doesn't look so good. And that's what you do with the arts. If you start pulling pieces away, you've got the same thing. You don't have a complete picture. And not without the complete picture, it doesn't look so hot.
Oh, indeed. And again, that's why the merger between, well, it's funny that I even have to say a merger between traditional martial arts and mixed martial arts when it's called MMA, which is mixed martial arts. Just mind-boggling. I even have to say that or address it so people understand. You know, you can't have one without the other. One can't exist without the other because they are one and the same. You know,
absolutely, because mixed martial arts, all it is what? Mixed martial arts. Different styles have come together to create whatever they're doing.
Oh, by far. And people like yourself, you know, you train a lot of guys, and I've talked to a few grandmasters who are more than willing to even train in open dialogue with MMA guys and gals, because there's a lot. There's the breathing. There's the chi. We spoke about this. What if a fighter, in between rounds, knew his breathing enough to where, okay, look, while I sit on this stool, I'm going to now re-energize, ground and center myself, close my eyes while listening to corner instruction. Yes, you can multitask, people. It's possible. Do you know what that would do to the level of MMA that you see and hear about in the world today? Oh.
Truthfully, I think it would bring more to MMA, even money-wise, if they would go that route. But, you know, it is what it is. Unless somebody, whoever's in charge, decides to change things, then it is what it is.
Well, it's actually, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there, Grandmaster Kugel. I'm going to hold these fighters accountable. First, I'm going to hold them accountable. Next, up on that list, I'm going to hold their management accountable. Why? Because they make money off them. If you're going to look at somebody like a piece of meat, optimize them. I mean, call it what it is. If you can get that type of coverage, that type of, why wouldn't you want that person to be the best? Especially if you're making money off of them, especially if they say that, you know, they want to be the best. Why aren't you helping them be the best? You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. Why wouldn't you want them to know how to breathe properly in between rounds, to rejuvenate their energy, their chi, to help center that? Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you want them to have a calm peace of mind? Why wouldn't you want them to have a clean slate for the next round? Because no two rounds are the same. I don't get it. So I hold these fighters accountable. First and foremost, they say they want to be the best, and be the best. Be the best. Don't have to be coerced into being the best for some money. And I hold these managers accountable because they say I have the best fighters. No, you don't. None of them can beat Bruce Lee, so how can you call them the best? They couldn't even beat Bruce Lee on a bad day. Anderson
Bruce
Silva,
Lee is a unique individual.
Yeah, but once again, okay, let's take Jesus, who came to show us what our true potential was. Let's take Bruce Lee, who showed us what our true potential was. They have no excuse. I give them none, Grandmaster, none. They say they want to be the best, and be the best. You did it. You sacrificed. You lived a lifestyle to be the best. And then you created a lifestyle in which to be the best in that lifestyle. And you realized in order for me to be the best, I have to go through it and die to be the best. Because once I get there and I transcend this life, then I have gone to the next level. Then I've mastered the human form of being the best I can be.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and no matter what, for me, I'm still learning. I still learn. I'll never close the book till I got it all. When you do that, to me, you know nothing. It's when you stay open and you learn. Because I tell you, there's some good street fighters out there. They can come into your dojo and you can learn a good few moves from them too. So you know what I'm saying? So always be that white belt. Always learn, and don't close. Don't close the door because you're a first degree, second degree, whatever rank you may be, because you'll always learn. It's always about learning, improving, understanding, and getting better.
Oh, by far and definitely, amen to that. Now, I have to thank you. I have to thank you, Grandmaster Kugel, for taking time out of your very busy day. You know, you're at I believe you're at the dojo now.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my way there right now, as a matter of fact. You know, I do about 60 hours a week. I run my international organization. I teach. I train. I run my school. So, you know, I'm pretty busy. I got seminar. In fact, I got to be this week. I got to leave Friday morning. I got to be at a seminar in New Jersey. I'll be with other grandmasters. Then I have somebody coming in from Israel in June to train with me to go down to the U.S. Opens down in Florida. Then I got to be in Israel for 2 weeks in September. And then they're working on California for the end of October, first week of November. And then November I got to be in Mississippi. So I got a lot going on right now.
Oh, that's why I said just a blessing to be able to have you for the time that we did. I wasn't sure if we'd be able to get in an hour and a half, but we did. Very blessed and very honored. I would love, Grandmaster Kugel, for you to come back on, give some updates in the future so that way, you know, we can keep up with you. We can keep up with what's going on because you do have a lot to share. You do have just knowledge. And, again, we realize that that's never going to stop. As long as you're breathing on this planet, you're going to keep attaining wisdom and knowledge. And it would be an honor to have you back on the show periodically to help share some of the new things that you've learned and some of the things that you have remembered, because you've learned so much stuff that you can't recall all the stuff that you know. There's got to be sometimes you just sit back and say, oh, hey, I kind of forgot about that. Let me go ahead and just throw the dust off of that. So I would love to have you back and, you know, talk about what you're currently doing and really get deep, because I'd like to also have some MMA guys and gals on that may have some questions. So would you be open to that in the future?
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I would love to do that. And when I'm in Israel, I'll be training Krav Maga when I'm out there. I like to train. Wherever I go, I always train in various styles. See what I'm saying? We had Wade Williams at our school from California. I trained in Andrew Kabbalah's stick fighting. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in Israel, I'll be training Krav Maga. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Now, well, I can't wait till you get back and we can have you back on speaking with the masters, and we can find out what that was like to be in a different country, training outside of your chosen art, training outside of that, to see what that was like, especially in a different country, because they got for those of you listeners who don't know, that part of the country, there's a reason why. You see what the news, they got some really, really high-level martial artists, grapplers, survivalists over there. They call them that. Believe me when I tell you. So, and there's a reason why Grandmaster Kugel, with all of his years of knowledge, he's going over there because, like he said, he's open. He's an open book. He's learning, and he's going to be learning some Krav Maga. So I can't wait till you get back to have you back on.
Yeah. Depends if I survive it. Because over there, they don't have Krav Maga schools like over here. It's not allowed. The only way you learn Krav Maga, you got to be in the service. So the people come out, they teach. You know what I'm saying? They have that knowledge, but there are no Krav Maga schools over there.
Oh, wow. So you're learning from the best of the best. Yeah. See, there is no watered-down system there. You learn from the best of the best because those are the only ones who know it.
That's right. Absolutely. They learn it from the service. And that's where I'm going to be learning it from. Somebody who was in the service and then train me in Krav Maga when I'm there. So I'm looking forward to it. I love to learn, and I'm open to anything.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, again, Grandmaster Kugel, thank you so much for taking the time out. I know you'll be arriving here at the dojo here shortly. I know you got a very busy day. But, again, thank you for taking the time out, for being on, talking with the masters. Oh, it's been a blessing, and I definitely look forward to our next conversation. I will definitely be in touch, of course, off air to set something up. But thank you. Now, any parting words, anything you want, any of the martial artists, any of the MMA people out there to know before you get back into your busy day?
You know, the only parting words I have is that when you go out, you know what I'm saying, even when you do MMA or you do whatever style you do, look at it. You know what I'm saying? What can I add? How can I make it better? Don't waste energy. Wasting energy, it's like I see it sometimes MMA guys, they're sitting on the guy and they're just throwing their hands back and forth. The guy, I call it lay on the ground rope-a-dope, like Ali. You know what I'm saying? Let you wear yourself out, then he comes out swinging. And I see a lot of that. So try not to waste energy, find the opening, and make it count. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they have to learn to do. But, you know, a lot of talent in MMA and the Innocent Silvers, those guys, a lot of respect for their ability. They do have a lot of talent. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate you having me on your show. I'll be in contact with Grandmaster Elam probably by tomorrow.
Okay. And where can everybody find you before you go real quick? Where can everybody get all the good information, some of the stuff, some of your style stuff? Where can they find you?
We're in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We're at 1497 Newport Avenue in Pawtucket. And that's where we're located. We've been there for a while. And we just teach many things, just like you got a lot of knowledge. Grandmaster Elon, a lot of knowledge, you know, and just take it and apply it and learn how to use it. That's